Video number 3, the flows, you're on your back. On your next inhale, reach your arms up and overhead for a nice stretch. Feel it. Take a bend at the knees, hug your knees in tight, and slowly roll the body back and forth, opening the back. Continue to roll onto either side and make your way into child's pose. We're going to open up the hips one more time before we move again. So open the knees out wide, settle back into the hips. Stretch your arms out nice and long and maybe press the palms into the mat and slowly sink a little deeper into the hips. Get good and stretched. Good. On your next inhale, come on to all fours in tabletop. Curl the toes under, send the hips up high in down dog. Your heels anchored, hips lifted, pushing away from the mat nice and strong. Here we go. Right leg lifts. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Re-extend the legs, step it through, warrior one. Take your time and find a nice wide stance. Sit deep, chest lifted, both arms strong. Open up, warrior two. Keeping the lift of the chest, gazing over the right fingertips, right palm flips up, and we move into reverse warrior. Sit deep, reach high, come back to a warrior two. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh, left arm reaches for modified side angle. Bring the right palm down to the mat, send your left arm up and over, lean back, stretch. Release, bring the left palm flat to the mat, bump up on the ball of the back foot, left palm plants, right arm reaches, revolve side angle, open up, wrap it up. Take a moment, draw your right shoulder back, deepen your twist, and release. Both palms come flat to the inside of the right foot. You can stay in a lunge or come down to the knee. You can stay in the lunge or on the palms or come down to the forearms for a deeper stretch. And release. The right palm comes flat to the mat, back foot spins flat, left arm reaches, open up, and then wrap it up. Draw your left shoulder back, deepen your twist, and release. Coming into a prayer twist, square your body to the front of your mat. You can stay in a lunge or bring it to your knee, hands to heart center. Inhale up and out of the waist, exhale, left elbow reaches up and over the right thigh. Use the leverage of your elbow to twist your body. Bring the sternum to the prayer. Open if it's in your practice. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Send your right leg back and move through your flow. Let's do that on the left-hand side. Here we go. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Re-extend the leg, step it through. Take your time, find a wide stance. Check your back foot. Bring that right hip forward, draw the left hip back, sit nice and deep, chest lifted, both arms strong. Open up warrior two. Feel yourself centered in your stance. Sit a little deeper, flip the left palm up, take the palm up and back, reverse warrior. Sit deep, reach high. Come back to a warrior two, left forearm, left thigh. Right arm reaches, modified side angle. Bring the left palm down to the mat, send the right arm up and over, lean back, stretch, feel it. Release. Bring the right palm flat to the mat. Bump up on the ball of the back foot. Right palm plants, left arm reaches. Revolve side angle. Open up. Wrap it up. Draw your left shoulder back. Feel the twist. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat to the inside of the left foot for lizard. In a lunge or to your knee on the palms or down to the forearms, whatever feels good. Release. Now the left palm comes flat. Back foot spins flat. Right arm reaches, we move back into side angle. Open up, wrap it up, and release. Moving into prayer twist. In a lunge or to your knee, hands to heart center. Big inhale, up and out of the waist, exhale, right elbow, up and over the left thigh. Twist your body, bring the sternum to the prayer. Open if it's in your practice. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Send your left leg back, and flow. Beautiful. Let's do it. Warrior flow number two. Here we go. Right leg lifts. Step it through. Now we're going to move to warrior two. Take your time. Find a wide stance. Get right in the center of that stance. Chest lifted, both arms strong. Now straighten the right leg. Pivot your toes to the left-hand side of your mat. Arms stay out and lifted, up and out of the waist. Exhale. Fold forward. Whew. Reach for the outsides of your feet, your ankles, your calves. Let your body hang heavy. You want to feel the hips open and stretch. The heavier you allow your body to become, the more you can get into that stretch. And release. Let's come up halfway, arms come out wide, engage your core, come all the way up. Make your way to warrior two, sit deep, feel it. Now let's cartwheel the arms down to the mat. Moving into a high plank position, take your time. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Stack your heels, hips, shoulders, lift your hips. Left fingertips reach up, maybe up and over, maybe you float your leg. Continue to lift the hips. Stay here or bring your left palm down to the mat, moving back into high plank. Hold here in plank for 5 counts or take 5 yogi push-ups for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move through your flow. Nice, let's do the left side. Left leg lifts. Step it through, warrior two. Take your time, find a wide stance. Sit deep, chest lifted, both arms strong. Straighten the left leg, pivot the toes to the right. Reach around back behind you, interlace the fingers, press the palms, squeeze the shoulder blades, come up and out of the waist, exhale, fold forward. Take your bind up and over, let your body hang. Whew. Good deal. Come up halfway, arms come out wide. Right palm plants directly underneath the nose. Keep your hips level, left arm reaches. We twist, then wrap. Taking that twist even deeper by opening the left-hand side of the chest. Try to keep your hips level and release. Arms come out wide once again. Left palm plants underneath you. Keep the hips level, right arm reaches. Open up, wrap it up. Take that twist a little deeper. Release. Bring both palms to the waist. Engage your core. Slowly make your way back up. Moving into warrior two. Sit deep. Cartwheel the arms down to the mat. Move into high plank position. Roll over to the outside of the left foot. Stack heels, hips. Right fingertips reach. Lift your hips good and high. Maybe you lift the leg. Maybe you float the fingers. Lift the hips. Stay here or bring the right palm down to the mat, moving back into plank. Hold plank for 5 counts or take 5 yogi push-ups for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move through your flow. All right, this time we're gonna go into child's pose and take a little break. If you need a quick sip of water, the most important thing is to connect to your breath. Take a big cleansing breath if you need to. Hold at the top, open, let it go, and then reconnect to your Ujjayi. We slow down. We work to slow the heart rate. So we build it up, we slow it back down. Now let's connect right here. Slow, easy breathing. Just a couple more breaths. Just a few more breaths right there. I'm just going to change the music real quick. When you are ready, make your way into a tabletop position. Curl the toes under, send the hips up high, moving into down dog. So the heels anchored, the hips lifted. Push away from the mat. Here we go. Right leg lifts. Bend the knee and stack the hip. Re-extend the leg, step it through. Warrior one. Take your time, find a wide stance. Sit deep, reach high. Open up warrior two. Chest lifted, both arms strong. Straighten the right leg, hinge at the waist. Right fingertips come forward. Right palm comes down, left arm reaches. So we're in triangle. Open up and then wrap it up. Draw your left shoulder back. Deepen your twist. Release the wraps and the left fingertips up and over. Lean back, stretch. Release. Left palm comes flat to the mat. Bump up halfway in the back foot. Bring it in and slightly out. Hips stay level. Left palm plants, right arm reaches. Revolve triangle. Open up and then we wrap it up. Draw the right shoulder back, deepen your twist. And release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Shift and lift. Shift the weight to the right leg. The left leg comes up hip high. Arms come out wide. Warrior three. Hands to heart center. Slowly float the palms down to the mat. Left palm plants to the mat for balance. Right palm around the ankle or calf. Left toes reach. Let your head hang. The forehead moves to the shin. Gaze to the back wall. Whew, release. Right fingertips touch the mat at 1 o'clock. Left leg remains hip high and you float the left fingertips to the ceiling. Half moon pose. Slowly, take your time. Make your way back to warrior three. That left hip down, toes down, arms out wide. Hands to heart center. Float the left fingertips to 11 o'clock. Left leg remains hip high. Float the right fingertips up. Revolved half moon pose. Hold. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Move back into high plank and move through your flow. Nice. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Re-extend the leg, step it through. Find a wide stance in Warrior One. Sitting deep, reaching high. Stay deep in your stance. Open up Warrior Two. Straighten the left leg. Hinge at the waist. Left fingertips come forward. Left palm comes down. Right arm reaches for triangle. Open up, wrap it up. Draw the right shoulder back. Feel the twist. Release the wraps and the right fingertips up and over. Lean back, stretch. Release. Right palm comes flat to the mat. Bump up halfway on the back foot. Bring it in and slightly out. Both legs straight. Left palm plants. Keep your hips level. Left arm reaches. Revolve triangle. Open and then wrap. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Shift and lift. Shift the weight to the left leg. The right leg comes up hip high. Arms come out wide. Warrior Three. Hands to heart center. Float the palms down to the mat. Right palm plants to the mat for balance. Left palm around the ankle or calf. Right toes reach. Let your head hang. Forehead to the shin. Gaze to the back wall. And release. Left fingertips at 11 o'clock. Right arm reaches. Half moon pose. Beautiful. Slowly make your way to Warrior Three. Take your time. Arms come out wide. Right hip down, toes down. Hands to heart center. Float the right fingertips to 1 o'clock. Left arm revolves and reaches. Revolved half moon pose. Hold. Release. Both arms come flat to the mat. Move back into your flow. Woo! Nice job. That's a tough one. Let's slow it down. Here we go. Right leg lifts. Step it through. Move into a low lunge. So bring that left knee flat to the mat. The whole top of the foot touches. Find your balance. Bring the palms to touch directly in front of you. Take your palms up and back. So just like in standing half moon, bring the shoulders in and up. Find that stretch in the front of the left thigh. Bring that left hip forward, reaching up. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Shift your weight back for a half split. Heel to the mat, toes coming up. Lift up and out of the waist on the inhale. Fold deep into your stretch on your exhale. One more breath. Find a little length. Fold a little deeper. Release. Take a bend at the left knee. Bringing the left heel to the right heel to the left hip. I probably got that all mixed up. The whole front side of the left leg touches the mat. Come up and out of the waist and then fold your body forward. Pigeon is very intense hip opener. You want to work on sending your energy to bring that left hip forward, to loosen in the hips. It can be very, very intense. As long as you're not experiencing sharp pain, you want to work through the tightness. Send the energy there. Feel your body loosen, respond, and open. And release. Bring both palms to the mat. Send your right leg back. And move through your flow. Left side, here we go. Left leg lifts. Step it through. Move into a low lunge. Right knee down to the mat. Top of the foot touches. Finding your balance, bring the palms to touch directly in front of you. Take the palms up and back. Reach up and out of the waist. Bring that right hip forward. Draw your left hip back and reach up. Find the stretch. Release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Send your weight back, heels to the mat, toes coming up. Lift and lengthen up and out of the waist. Inhale. Exhale, fold the body forward. One more breath, find a little length. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Release. Take a bend at the left knee. Bring the left heel to the right hip. Whole front side of the right leg touches the mat. Take a moment. Reach up and out of the waist and then fold the body forward. Settle in to the tightness. Breathing through. It's work to open the hips. But all too often we bump up against that tightness and we just immediately back off. That's the place to breathe, to meditate, to spend the time to open the hips. A few more breaths. And release. Both palms come flat to the mat. Send your left leg back. Move into a high plank and take it through your final flow. Big cleansing breath in through the nose. Open, let it go. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Look to the top of the mat. Hop, step, or jump to the middle of your mat. Come to stand. Moving into our final standing posture, tree pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Palms touch. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a bend at the right knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg, above or below the knee. The most important thing is to make sure you open the knee to open the hip. And maybe the palms float up. Maybe your palms float out. Moving into your expression of tree pose this morning. Release. Bring your hands to heart center. Release the leg. Take a bend at the left knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg, above or below the knee. Open the knee, open the hip, and then move into tree pose. Tree pose is a beautiful expression of gratitude. Let's be grateful for something or someone this morning. And release. Bring your hands to heart center, release the leg. Bow to your hands, sealing in your standing practice. Grab another quick sip of water, roll over on your backs into Shavasana. This concludes video number 3. We're moving into video number 4.